We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visitors' sideline, a look at the head coach of the Falcons. This guy's got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. Then on the other side, you've got the Jaguars head coach, Liam Cohen. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olsen here in the booth. And off we go from Jacksonville. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Second and 10.
Ready, go!
Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and long.
Come on, come on. Hey! W Lions! Warriors, 70!
Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll run with Robinson. They'll get this to about midfield. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready, ready!
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
The 37-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Puna Ford is there to bring him down. Second and 5.
Let's go now. Stretch the eagle. Stretch the...
On second down, here's a run with Algier. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
19, 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On third down, they'll set him to throw. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Cougar 19, Dragon 60.
Hill look to throw. That's taken in, and he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
And he's coming off a game where he was pretty much held in check for the majority of...
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Here we go, not Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now, faking the give. That is caught. And he's in. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta. That his first touchdown of the new year.
And that's a really important opening drive here, Mike. You think back a week ago, there was a lot of disappointment. It was a long week of practice, a lot of questions that had to be answered inside that building. So you want to come and show, hey, last week is over. We are a lot better than how we looked then, and we can't do it a lot better than that.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. In motion goes Likely. Here's carry #1 for Travis Etienne. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A big play for Jacksonville. And even 30 yards. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Hey, easy, route.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Divine Diablo. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Pass caught left side by Likely. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
I'm not lying.
To throw is Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle, ball falls incomplete, and now brings up 4th down.
The Falcons offense and Tyler Algier getting ready to go back to work. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Quick throw here is complete. He's taken down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. Going up top. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
All right, let's go.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
They go play action for Lawrence. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play for Jacksonville. A pickup of 44 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Red on red.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4. They'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That complete to Algier. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
And the Falcons first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Press all 80. Steady.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On the jump.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Set.
Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Falcons first down. It's a gain of
1 quarter in the books. It's the Falcons with the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Lions.
They'll run it with Gus Edwards. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
A give up the middle to Algier. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
He'll look to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. His kick is good. From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
All right, let's go.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Travis Hunter was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. Now here's Lawrence. Short, complete to Likely. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Red. Hey, Soko, hi.
Here's Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
10 yards on the
Jalen Walker getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Throwing is Lawrence. Exiting the pocket right. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And the player that is down is Trevor Lawrence. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Etienne. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Falcons first down.
The 45-yard line.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Here we go. Start. 19.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
60 Bison. Go.
They'll go again with Robinson. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Cowboy 80.
A run. It's Edwards. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Alert. Alert. 18 Cardinals. Ready.
Again, it's Edwards. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Bronco 80.
On fourth down, trying to do it himself. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Atlanta.
I love this call, Mike. Put the pressure on the defense to make the right decision. In this case, they decide to go after the running back, but it's the quarterback who pulls it and keeps it himself and is able to convert for the first down.
Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Algier. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his big tight end. Kyle hits. Touchdown, Falcons. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons move out in front by the score of 17-3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jags offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Hey, kill!
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Red.
Once again, it's Etienne. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It is 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw. Lawrence. Right back to Hunter.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Another Jaguars.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. It is 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Lawrence. That is caught by the tight end, Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, that is a dream for a quarterback and a receiver. Give me time to get open, and they do for the score.
I don't care who your secondary players are, Mike. You could give me the best 5 defensive backs in the league. You cannot stress the coverage for that amount of time. You have to get after the quarterback, so hats off to the offensive line. They did their job, and the quarterback hung in there, and he found himself 1 for 6.
Jaguars 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Falcons offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out wide, that's Robinson.
I think the the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game. I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Now, this looks like a design run. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. It's 3rd and 4. Now, this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. Now, timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
14 yards. And the Falcons
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey.
first and 10.
This a yard short of the record from 65 yards out. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Crazy. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime coming up. Let's go downstate. And Scott Hansen has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins at Gillette Stadium. The Patriots at home to take on the Jets in the AFC East. And it's Breece Hall. He's got the ball. He's got a head of steam. He has a touchdown. 33 yards to the house. The Jets get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And this is Rico Dowdle. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Titans trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead at the half. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is the Colts quarterback. It's a touchdown pass from 3 yards out. The Colts with the big lead in front of a home crowd at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.